Righty, so I'm in the back streets of Baloy Beach here, and just having a look, and you can see just back from here, you got Johann's, which is rooms from 700 peso, which is a pretty good deal if you're just looking to stay short term. But if you're like myself, I actually quite like the area, and I'm personally looking for some kind of condominium that I can personally buy in my own name. I have seen some vacant lots here, but mainly the vacant lots that I have actually seen here in Baloy Beach are mainly on the beach side, and they're quite expensive. And also, I'm not the kind of person that likes to take the risk. Okay, the risk. Yeah, not the kind of person that likes to take the risk of actually purchasing property in a company or another person's name. At the end of the day, it's up to you, and I can see the benefit of actually owning land. Oh, mate, don't get me wrong, I'd love to be able to own land and a house in my own name, something like that. Behind me would be bloody wonderful. But yeah, look, I'm just not game, to put it in a missus name, like a girlfriend's name, or something of that nature, or set up a company. Perhaps that will change after I've built a bit more wealth, but I'm not at this stage willing to take that risk. Because there's a low supply, and I know that there is a high demand here. People want to live here. There's a lot of people coming here for tourism. It's a really good opportunity. The problem and the challenge is finding something. Maybe if I follow this foreigner here, this bloke here, I can find something. Yeah, pretty funny. Well, let's keep walking. You never know your luck in the big city. The small city, the small town of Baloy Beach. And I might just find something. Let's just see. All right, this place looks lovely, really. Oh, here we go. This property is for sale. Embassy Beach Resort. Well, wow. Looking a bit run down, this one. And I'm sure it's a good opportunity. If I had 10 blokes all willing to divide this up and then, get your own condominium title, that'd be bloody perfect. But, as one individual, probably not interested in buying a whole resort. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, okay? So I'm not interested in a whole resort. I'm looking for just one apartment, a modest apartment, 1 or 2 bedroom, that's it. Look at that place. Wow, that's a beautiful home, that. And the one next to it too. This is pretty interesting, this one. I mean, they've knocked it out here. Like, they've knocked out the balcony. There's still a bit of work to do on the property. And even for those blokes that have the local partner and can actually buy a house, let me tell you, I've looked around here for the past 30 minutes, walking around these back alleys and these back streets, and I can't even see a sign for sale for any houses, not one. And what I like about the area as well, and I just want to notify you guys of this, is that, when it comes to holiday letting and renting, mate, there's a huge demand and there's bugger all supply. Like, quite literally, and I've got my voice down because there's people around me, but quite literally, I'm not even joking. I remember coming here probably 4 or 5 times, okay, before I actually purchased my own house in Subic, Freeport zone. And on the Freeport, obviously you can get a leasehold, but every single time I'd book a place, okay, it'd be like the last place available, and just some scungy, just average looking place. And it wasn't that cheap, probably like, on average, like maybe $50-$60 US for just like a really shady room per night. So, if you can find something, if I can, let's see, if I can find something at a decent price, the rental yields should be bloody good. Okay, I am going to share something personal with you fellas, okay? Here's the truth, all right? You know, my life from the outside might seem fantastic. It might seem perfect to some people. Like, I often hear people say, look, mate, you got it so good, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. Okay, I work full-time, I've got a part-time job, and I have YouTube. Okay, so I really work 3 jobs. It's tough, but I want to be here, and I don't care, because I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it work here in the Philippines. I'm the kind of person that takes a long time to trust someone, and just little things, even the littlest things, like, mate, I can be pretty full on. Like, so if something's not perfect and it doesn't feel like absolutely right, like, I'm not going to jump in and get married and then, you know, buy a house in someone else's name. It's just not normal to me. I mean, like, if this was Australia, right, and, you know, I had an Aussie girl, right, regardless of where she's from, mate, you know, very, very rare that I'd be purchasing a property in her bloody name. I wouldn't be doing it. Just simple. And look at that, just that's a dream. Some bloke's got some beachfront house there. That's the absolute dream. So that's always been my goal, actually, to have a house like that. Nice beachfront house. That is the dream. And look, if you are wanting the dream, here it is. let me clarify that. It's the renovator's dream. And look, I looked at this the other day and I went, yeah, okay, great, at the right money. And I called him and I said, look, and what's this cost? And you're gonna have to call for yourself to find out exactly what they want and negotiate to find their bottom line. But let me tell you, for what they want and the condition the property's in, I'm just like, nah, not worth it. And no, I don't have anywhere near that kind of money to afford something like this. I wish I did. So let's face it, with something like that, you're better off knocking it down. Again, another property for sale, but it's the whole property. It's the whole apartment building, not just one little slice, which is this one here. And that is for sale if you are interested. So here we go. Here's the phone number for direct buyer. So that's the phone number there in case you are interested. So the building and lot for sale as a whole. I will find something, but honestly, I think it's going to take some time. But that's my goal this year, to find something here around the Baloy and or Barretto area. Okay, another back street. Let's go down here. Let's check it out. Let's go. See, that'd be perfect. I mean, I don't need something very big. Something I could use from time to time, maybe on the weekend, a bit of a weekender, and holiday let at the same time. Alternative is to rent, but you know, the thing is, and everyone's like, oh, just rent, and I hear this all the time on the channel, and I'm just gonna like have a bit of a go at people. Yeah, well, you know, if I just wanted to rent, I'd just go back home. The whole idea is to, you know, actually physically own something. That's the idea, and make money. Because if you can't support yourself here in Asia, wherever it be, the Philippines, Thailand, whatever, then bugger off and go back home. Because you know, like, it's not that cheap. Like, yes, okay, it is cheaper than living in the West, but you know, for most Westerners, okay, especially older guys that might have a younger bird, you know, there's expenses to that. Like, you know, you still need to work. Like me, I do need to work, or you have to have some business to sustain yourself, and that's reality. So hey guys, reality check. But actually behind us there is a lot of land. So again, for those that are lucky enough to have a good partner that you can trust, you know, you might be able to score some land and build something here. Highly recommended. Someone playing Dancing Queen. Each to their own. Newcomers floating bar. Yar, back to Treasure Island. You see the floating bar in the background there?
It's time for us to believe in. And it hurts so much, and it hurts so much inside.